Hey guys, Nova Joe back again. It's time for a little bit more EDF goodness. This time we're taking a look at the INCA brother. Now, the INCA brother has an INCA trap ability as well as a 1,000-year spear SP move. Now, the INCA trap sets a stone statue trap that shoots darts at any enemy that dares tread before it. So it acts like a proximity mine. It's okay. I'll show you it in action, but yeah, it's okay. Now, the 1,000-year spear. My ancestors have passed down this holy spear for 1,000 years. I call upon Veracoka to release its forbidden powers. I vow to live and die with revenge burning in my heart. My soul will never be satisfied until vengeance is laid on those who destroyed my village and family. Someone say getting revenge won't bring my family back, but some need revenge to shield their hearts from sorrow. Well, if he's seeking revenge and vengeance upon his enemies, he needs to bring some better abilities and SP moves with him. And I'm going to show you why here in just a second. So, alright, let's take a look at his stats. Speed, it's middle of the road. His jump is decent. His ability is very weak. His SP move is very weak. Now, his SP move, the 1,000-year spear, it sounds kind of cool, but really it's just an area of effect, almost like a napalm strike of sorts. And it's so hit and miss that I have been in crowds of ants, and when I use it, ants and spiders, and when I use it, I've not even hit any of them, and they're all around me. So, honestly, it's a very lackluster SP move, and instead of me just rambling on and on, it's best if I just show you. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the INCA brother. Okay, guys, now I'm going to show you the INCA brother in action. So, I brought him in by himself, and we'll just show you here that he can jump pretty high. He walks pretty decent. L3 does nothing for him. So like once again, another character with no dash or run ability. His L2 is, like we said, it's a rock with a typical Incan type carving on it, and when an enemy gets close to it, it shoots arrows out. And the arrows they don't home in on anything, but let's see, I might have waited too long here. Let's see, they might disappear before the ants get, yeah, they're going to start disappearing, but it's going to reload here in just a second. Now, here we go. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Alright, here we go, throwing back out, there it goes. See, it's shooting arrows now. And so if you're in a crowd, it does a pretty good job. But other than, I mean, that's basically what it's for. It's for areas like this where you've got big open fields and you have enemies that are coming at you that aren't like crawling up high but are just running across the ground toward you. So it works really well against them. Now, let's go ahead and get his SP attack up here, and then I'll show it in action. Alright, his SP attack is ready. Now, watch it. Here we go. 1,000-year spear. Throws it in the ground. It explodes. Throws a whole bunch of flames down, and as you can see, look at that. It's barely hitting any of them. It hits some, but it's just all over the place basically. You can actually hit more more enemies with his ability, his trap ability, than you can with his SP move. And that's kind of sad, you know, because you want the SP move to really be effective, be something useful. But unfortunately, it is just not useful enough. It hits the ground, it explodes into all these different fireballs, which then scatter out all around, but in my experience, it just doesn't hit the enemies very well. Here we go, do it one more time. Now granted, there's not a lot of enemies here, but there was that first time. So here it goes, it hits, flies up in the air, a whole bunch of little napalms drop, and look. It hits a few here and there. and that's it. It's not a very effective attack. So I have to say the Inca brother is a hard pass for me. He just doesn't do enough to assist the team. He doesn't have any really great abilities. He doesn't have a great SP move. He's not great for using against bosses or even in crowds. Well, I take that back. His ability is good when used in a crowd, but the fact of the matter is we have so many other brothers and sisters in this game that can do so much more with crowds and with bosses that I really can't recommend the Inca brother. He just doesn't do enough to assist the team. Yeah, like you said, you can see here, he's got a nice little ability that shoots out some arrows, but that's really it. I mean, it's not much else. And as you can see, we have a massive, massive amount of ants here, and as soon as this guy lays me down, I'm going to do his SP attack again just to show you that it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't. Look at all these ants. You'd probably be better to watch the mini-map to see how many red dots disappear. So I'm going to watch the mini-map. Let's see. Here we go. Flames are out. Yeah, it took out some. One, it doesn't last long enough. And two, it just doesn't hit the enemies. It's almost like it kind of needs to zone in on it. Have like a little bit of tracking of sorts. Basically, when it explodes, when the spear hits the ground and explodes into a bunch of smaller fireballs, that those fireballs will maybe home in on a particular enemy and then strike the ground and explode in that area where an enemy is. But as of right now, I just can't recommend the Inca brother. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, would love to have you subscribe. Alright guys, as always, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming.